I just want everybody to remember this when the firestorm comes through your neighborhood.
We're going to pan the horizon going this way. We're in a corporate park center right now where many of the homeless people, as a result of the fires, have had to seek safe haven. There are RVs parked here. I'm understanding that there are different organizations that have been providing toilet facilities. No toilet facilities. Okay, fill us in on what is happening
shut all the
here.
toilets nearby that were public. So there were bathrooms at Kaiser and the welfare office. They shut immediately as the tent people started to arrive. They busted out some of the encampments that were in the middle of town, and they came over into this camp that was already just RVs and cars. And so they shut all the bathrooms down, and then so there was probably about 125, maximum 136 when we did BC census.
Here, at one time, there was about 120 some odd people here, a combination of RVs and tents.
RVs, tents, and a lot of cars.
And a lot of people living in their cars.
Right. And they leave in the morning, so you don't see them in the middle of the day. They'll be here dark.
So is your understanding of why this has occurred to the extent that it has as a result of the displacement of the inability to get housing because of the cost as a result of the fires?
Some people did lose their job because of fires. Some people can't get jobs because of fires. Some people lost their housing because of fires. But also, there's a whole lot of people who've been evicted. So I know what people from all different agencies, because they wanted to get rid of this low rent person or Section 8 person and rent somebody for a larger amount of money because there's such a housing shortage. They're going to get temporary renters.
Okay, so let me address that. There has been a state mandate where, as a result of the fires, there's a rental increase cap. So apartment owners are unable to increase the rent beyond a certain percentage. However, that's not allowing people that have been here that have had jobs to stay in housing. Certainly we've seen a significant increase in rents, even for the people that are barely hanging on. What we're witnessing here, as I'm standing here Saturday, is the evening that all of the remaining RVs and tents are to be removed because tomorrow they will be forcibly.
It's way earlier than they said, too. The Subi said that they said that they were going to offer them an RV park in public meetings and in the paper and on the radio by the 15th, and there was nothing like that given to them as an option. They said they're going to crush their RVs down by the next day. They gave them 1 hour to get out, most of them. So people you see here now are either delinquent or were not here at the time of the notice.
Or the RVs are broken down and they can't move out.
Abatements, they did not give any warning. Abatement means I can come take it right now and tow it, and then they gave the people in tents 1 hour, which is not really human. That's not humane.
We're hearing the consequences of devastating weaponized warfare being perpetrated not only in the United States but across the globe. We know that the fires were an execution as a result of Rothschild. Pacific Gas and Electric is Rothschild. We know that as a result of the intercepted emails that we have on YouTube, the YouTube entitled Plan to Burn Up Northern California. Well, now you're seeing the consequences of the aftermath of the plan to burn up Northern California. As I stand here today giving you this report, I am able to look at the horizon and I can see the smoke that is as a result of fires that are burning out of control right now a few hours north of us. The main freeway that traverses through Central California on up to Oregon has been shut down in both directions. In fact, 2 days ago, people were forced to evacuate their cars. They couldn't move, and they had to run. They were being told to run, just as what we saw in Greece. The roads were clogged. The people were burned alive in their vehicles. Many of those people had to, of course, evacuate into the ocean. This is happening in Sweden. This is happening in Greece. This is happening in Finland. This is happening in California, Oregon, Washington, because of the proverbial large-scale weaponization of the weather. And sadly, we're seeing victims of crimes against humanity. We're seeing the consequences of inhumane treatment to good and decent people that should not be put in this position. Is there anything else that you'd like to add? because living like this has been tough. What would you say is the toughest aspect of this in your experience in these conditions?
I would say just having to move all the time and not really being settled at all since the fires happened.
So being continuously displaced.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Do you have a core group of people that you are traveling with for safety purposes?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're trying to stay in groups.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. What are the police telling you? Are they compassionate towards the circumstances, or are they having
Oh,
to...
no, they look at us like we're a joke. Like we're disposable.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't care.
So what are some of the kinds of things that that treatment has looked like? What have you seen?
As in what?
Law enforcement coming around here.
They just come over here and start kicking stuff around and...
Now, when you mean kicking stuff around, exactly what do you mean?
Like, well, there was tents up, and they'll start kicking them to, hey, you know, who's in there, and start banging on the doors, and, you know.
Oh, okay. Okay. So what
Pretty much like we're doing something wrong, pretty much.
trying to survive?
Exactly.
How are most of the people here getting food?
I don't even know, to be honest. I have EBT food stamps,
Mm-hmm.
so that's how I've been getting by, but it's not much.
What about water?
Sometimes we get the jugs and try to fill them up wherever we can get water from, any faucet or whatever.
Do you know what's going to happen to you when you leave here tonight, when you're forced to leave here tonight?
No, we're not even sure where we're going yet.
And yet you have to leave.
Yeah. We have to find a spot.
What is the deadline for the required...
Well, they already came today and told us that earlier today they said that we had 3 hours. There's no way we could get all this stuff out in 3 hours. This trailer needs a tires, so we're trying to fix it right now.
So right now, it's important to understand that Santa Rosa is having its 150th celebration today in the Courtyard Square. So while festivities and joy and happiness is occurring there in a massive display of celebration, we have real life happening here.
Yep. People suffering.
We have people that have
Fucking
to move,
bullshit.
being forced to move where they don't know where they're going. So I want to say to all of you that are listening, we're in trouble. The only way that all of us are going to survive what is happening is that you must speak up. Your silence is your permission for this kind of inhumane treatment to continue to exist and expand.
That's right.
The homeless community here in Northern California has doubled or tripled since the fires. And there have been many people that have just left. We don't even know where many people have gone. But this area is decimated, and there continues to be fires as we become targeted further. So stay in touch with StopTheCrime.net. Please look at our YouTube channel frequently, as we will be updating you on crimes. Again, this is Deborah Taveras reporting for StopTheCrime.net on the scene of another crime.